All right, this reading is the Lunar Daily for November 17th, 2020. Protection. I invoke the Spirit to guide and protect me. My faith assures that only the positive may touch my being. I am safe and at ease in body and spirit. I am a conduit for universal energy, allowing me to do good and righteous things. May this pure and positive force guide my every thought and action. That was so much smoother. I put on my glasses so I couldn't read because I was really struggling before. And I read that so much smoother. Surprise, huh? God and Goddess, Divine Spirit, Divine Archangels, Divine Ancestors. Please give me clear and precise messages for the collective. November 17th, 2020. Deep. I'm using the, what do I got here? I got the Witch's Tarot to do the reading, and then Everyday Witch for clarifier. Clear and precise messages. Six of Swords. Bent the shit out of that one. Moving towards calmer water. Moving away, calmer seas. Looking peaceful, you know what I mean? Two of Pentacles. Juggling. Juggling what you want to do when you get there. Why you left. You know, I'd be asking where I was going to get my next meal. It's not even a fishing pole in there, you know what I mean? Well, he's got all them swords, I guess, but, you know, who knows? Maybe them swords are, you know, plugging up the holes that keep the boat from sinking, you know? Who knows what battle he went through, you know what I mean? So, it's all right. It's all right to juggle. It's so all right to juggle. That's good. That means you got options. Okay? It means you have options. Hermit, going within. Trying to dig down a little deep, you know, and see if see what you come up with, you know, see what kind of ideas you come up with, you know, soul searching and, you know, thinking about the past, thinking about the present, thinking about the future, you know what I mean? But again, I'd be like, dude, what am I gonna eat, man? I'm gonna run all the salt water. I ain't got no. I don't look like I got a water bag in that boat neither. Two of Wands. Path has been chosen. Path has been chosen. Path has been chosen. And I love it too. Because your familiar is way down for the direction you want to go to. You know what I'm saying? So that's good stuff, you know what I mean? So that you're not going alone, you know what I mean? So you definitely got a companion, a soul bond, somebody with you. There's somebody with you. You know? Hopefully they got a hot meal waiting for you when you get there. High priestess, what's up, girl? Yeah, so definitely using your intuition to guide you on the right path. You know what? That's what I'm saying. I know. I don't know. That's how I've always been, though. You know what I mean? Seven of Swords. Now, Seven of Swords. You know, I say this every reading, but if they're not next certain cards or whatever, then it doesn't mean that. So, like, Seven of Swords definitely is, you know, betrayal, theft, sneaky behavior, lying, stealing, cheating, all that good shit. You know what I mean? But it also means strategy, okay? There's two swords left behind there. He's like, I'm not going to get that shit. You know what I mean? So, or you take the choice, choose the path of least resistance. You already got away with 5. You know what I mean? Let 2 go, you know, whatever. So, be on your merry way, hop in your little boat. And this guy, he ain't got jack shit to eat or drink neither. You know what I mean? So he got on that boat. He ain't have nothing. He needs some provisions. He's juggling, definitely juggling, and but he's using his intuition. He's going inward. He's looking inside himself. He's understanding consciously what he's feeling, and actively aware of his behaviors. And he knows exactly what he's doing. This guy's he's carefully planning. You know what I mean? He's really thinking things through. I mean, he's got 7 swords in his goddamn boat. You know what I mean? So it's like each one of those swords is, represents some type of conflict, but you want it. That's kind of like when you get the the Ace of Swords. Each time you get a good lesson. You get another sword. So he's got 7 lessons under his belt. And he's taking them with him. But definitely coming up with the plan. Definitely coming up with a plan. 10 of Wands. Yeah, 10 of Wands. So this one legit's like, he's got to hump all that lumber all the way up that freaking castle. And he'd be like, I was cool in the forest. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a burden that this journey that he's going on, got on his boat. He knows where he's going. Now he's on dry land. And he's coming up with a plan of his next course of action. But it's a heavy burden because if you come from where everything was cool and comfortable, you know what I mean? Even if there's conflict, even me sometimes, I'm cool with conflict. There's a certain amount of chaos that I can handle. You know what I mean? That's not a big deal. So, but once that chaos becomes overbearing, overwhelming, then obviously it's time to change direction because it's too much to bear. So it's a big burden that you have to be uncomfortable sometimes, and you have to step outside your comfort zone, and you're gonna go where you got to behave, be polite, and act a certain way, whatever. Not act less than yourself than you are, but you got to have manners. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a good human being. So yeah, so 10 of Cups. So you know what you got to do. You know what I mean? It's not that you're going to be in this castle forever or anything like that. It's the fact that you have business to attend there. You know what I mean? And there ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So right now you're really focused on whatever you're enduring right now in life. It's to build utopia, the better tomorrow. You know what I mean? So everything that you're building, all the lumber that you're taking, everything that you're gathering, all your supplies and all that good stuff, and obviously you got something to eat if you're gonna have all that lumber all the way up to that castle. You know what I mean? You're a little weary and thirsty by then, you think? And if anything, I ain't stealing no swords. I'm stealing food and water. You know what I mean? Well, I have like a couple of swords. You know what I mean? But whatever. You know what I mean? So let's keep going. Building for a better tomorrow. Let's do it. Let's do it. Build a better tomorrow. 8 of Cups. So you're walking away from maybe Fantasyland. You know what I mean? Giving the 7 of Cups a little rest. You know what I mean? Stop being up in your head, fantasizing, daydreaming, all this stuff, but never taking action. You know what I mean? So now you're kind of walking away from that shit, and you're definitely walking towards action. I mean, that scream. I mean, come on, that's some work, bro. You gotta fucking hump that shit way the fuck up there. You know what I mean? So yeah. So definitely walking away from not being clear. You know what I mean? So you got a clear head, clear mind. You're driven, laser focused. You know what you're doing. You know where you're going, and you're gonna get it. You know what I mean? And you ain't gonna stop. And you ain't gonna be satisfied until you get that. You know what I mean? So that's how it's going down. Yup. Keep going. Temperance to bring fucking balance. You know what I mean? Goddamn, man. To bring some fucking balance finally. So you don't feel like you're fucking struggling every motherfucking day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bring me some balance. Damn. Walking away from chaos. Walking into balance. Good. Yeah. And look, because then once you get more established and when you're happy and you feel good about yourself again, you got your self confidence back and all that good stuff. Because You know, all that fucking stress and all that shit, worrying about this, that, and the other, building stuff, stealing just to eat because you fucking fled wherever the fuck you were leaving without any food and water. You know what I mean? And you finally earn your way back up to the top. And now you got a cup of love offer. You know what I mean? See a pretty dame or something like that. You know what I mean? I know the sexists will love that shit. But Wheel of Fortune, 100%. 100%. You know, that's how it is. You know, when you're fucking face down in the goddamn mud, you know, you get the fuck out, you know, change direction, and to make a better situation, you know. And that's exactly what the hell is going on right here. You moved away from a fucked up situation, and yeah, it plagues you. You know what I mean? Because you're human. You're human. You're only human. You know what I mean? So, you know, even though it was kind of torturous or treacherous or whatever the fuck was going on back then that you left from, it doesn't matter. It's, you know, it's that institutionalized where you just get used to shitty shit and you miss it. You know what I mean? Or what's that? I forget that word. There's a term for it. I forget what it's called. Something syndrome. Stockholm syndrome. I don't know. I don't know enough to even be saying them kind of words. You know what I mean? I ain't that smart. All right. So Wheel of Fortune, you're creating fortune, creating balance. You're coming out of that shitty situation, and you're building towards a better tomorrow. And it's bright, and it's beautiful, and it's gorgeous, and it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You're gonna happen because you ain't gonna sell for nothing less than that. You know what I mean? So that's just that. That's how it goes. Six of Pentacles, finally bringing freaking equal give and take into your life, and that's where your balance is coming in. That's where the temperance is coming in. You're finally bringing, you know, balance back into your life, into where you're, like I said, feeling good, feeling self-confident, you know, feeling strong, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know, taking walks around the block, you know, whatever, if you were super lazy before. Nine of Swords, probably was super lazy before. So Nine of Swords, that's just straight up stressing the fuck out and being up all night and anxiety and just all the worries and the stress and, you know, the conflict of back and forth and thinking of the past, thinking of the present, thinking what you have to still accomplish in the future, and it's just nonstop until, you know, it's like you're not going to stop being this way until you get to this. You know what I mean? But at what measure? You know, at what measure? Everybody's definition of this is different. We all know the meaning of the card, but the level of happiness of what you're willing to achieve or settle for, you know, depends on, you know, how much you want to let go of that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's not worth it. Because then it becomes like, because wrong spot. Because that's when it becomes like you're some kind of general of your family or something like that, and that fucking sucks. You know, because you know, we're all born free. You know what I mean? In universal law number 1, cannot impose your will on others. You know what I mean? Straight up, you can't impose your will on others. And second rule, do no harm. You know what I mean? And I know that rule gets like violated all like daily, like almost every minute. King of Cups, bam, there it is. So emotionally, it's not that you're conflicted because there's the Five of Swords didn't come out, so there's no conflict. You know what I mean? You're very driven. You know what you want and stuff like that. But you could most definitely be like a water sign, whoever's listening to this, because you're all about your emotions. You know, that's why you do so well with your intuition. You know what I mean? You know what you want, and you knew enough to leave. You know enough to get the out of here with not a damn thing to eat or drink. So that's like fight or flight. You know, you're like out ski. You know what I mean? I'm tired of this shit. You know, use your intuition to do that. You know what I mean? So the end result is, you know, you're coming up on you're creating good fortune for yourself. You know what I mean? You're creating good fortune in alignment with what the universe wants to allot you also. You know what I mean? So that's why it seems like your fortune might be like doubling or something like that. It's just, you create your own good fortune, and plus coupled with the universe's, the divine's good fortune upon you, then it seems that much sweeter. You know what I mean? Which is bringing balance. You know, you're walking away from this old shitty life, whatever the fuck was going on. You know what I mean? And then now you have equal give and take. You have balance in your life. You still have the Nine of Swords because you're like worried you're gonna screw it up, or like you're hitting roadblocks like left and right. You don't know how to fucking dodge them or dodge them, solve them, get around them, whatever. Either way, always like a mouse. A mouse in a maze. Don't beat your head against the wall. Just change direction. You know what I mean? Even if it's the wrong direction shortly, but that's why you have that's why you're using your intuition to guide you. And, even if you stray the wrong way, it'll be very short. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, wait, no, I'm fucking up. You know what I mean? And then you'll stop and you'll turn around and go back the direction you should have headed, the first time. But it won't seem like a loss to you. You know what I mean? So it's good stuff. So you end up in the King of Cups, okay? So you master emotions, master your feelings. You're happy. You're happy. You're extremely happy. So whoever this is for, me included, I'm part of the collective. So I'm hoping to gather some of this energy and loving this shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, good stuff. So that's the Lunar Daily for what the fuck, November 17th, 2020. Bless be, love and light.